Hey guys, John here, learningguitarnow.com, and in this lesson I want to show you how to play an AC/DC inspired blues lesson. It's sort of in the style of the Jack, cool blues rock tune by AC/DC. Angus Young has some just classic blues rock licks in his tunes, especially this one. To get the tone for the lesson, I'm using my Avatar. It's a JTM 45 clone, and it's pretty much cranked all the way up. I'm running it to a 2-notes captor and using an IR I created. So lead tone sounds like this, using bridge pickup, volume on 10. So that is the lead tone. For the rhythm tone, using the bridge pickup as well, just turning the volume down to about 6 or 7 or so. I'm also using a different pick for the rhythm guitar. For the lead guitar, I use a Dunlop Jazz 3. And then for the rhythm guitar, I'm using a Fender Heavy Tortuga with the round side. You get this type of a tone. That sort of tone for the rhythm guitar. We'll go ahead and take a look at the first few licks for free, and if you would like access to the full lesson, including the rhythm lesson, the interactive tab, and the backing track, check out the All Access Pass. Okay, let's go ahead and start the lesson. Okay, now I'm going to break the solo down for you, and I'll put it into 9 separate licks. Once again, we're in the key of E. 12-bar blues, lick 1 sounds like this. Okay, so that is lick 1. I'm using the Dunlop Jazz 3 for the solo, the pointed side here. This is a 12/8 blues, or you could count it 4/4, whichever you like to do. The first lick comes in on the 3rd count, 1, 2, and on 3rd count, you start the lick. We're gonna be right here in our BB King position, and our first finger tells us the root note, our first of the B string here. Our first finger of the B string. That's our root E, BB King position. So sliding at the 6th fret of the G string, and then bending that 7th fret just a tad bit. I find Angus Young also, he likes to use that BB King position on all kind of tunes. So it's just a quintessential rock area to use for more of a rock and blues style. And also traditional blues. The BB King position is just used for so much blues and so much rock. It's just one of those must-know areas, play over almost a lot of different styles. So I'm taking that 7th fret of the B string and bending it to the flat 3rd here. Now bending again. And then we have the 2 bends in a row. So we have the, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend it up, pull it down, release to 5, 6, and then hit 5th fret twice on the B string as our root note. So pretty easy lick right there, the first little section of it. Just to understand where your root note is, and we're using the BB King position. Now I'm going to slide down, just a quick slide with my finger, striking it with a pick and sliding it all the way down here. So we have, and then same thing, I'm going to wait to the next bar, and I'm going to come around on the 3rd count, 1, 2. So the same type thing again. Now 11th, 12th count, hit 5, 7 on the high E string. Next bar, I'm just doing this same kind of bend, and pull down, release the 5th fret, but I'm only bending to that 7th fret or the 8th fret right here on the B string. It's a minor 3rd. Back and forth, 6, 7, 5, and then sliding in 6 to 7. Now that's a cool move. I hear Angus Young doing a lot with that position. It's cool to know that you have your flat 7 interval right there in that B.B. King position, just moving that 2nd finger up from the G string to that 7th fret right here on the G string. Just got to know that that's a flat 7th. That just means it's dominant 7th sound. You have heavily used in blues to sound. It makes it sound like it's changing to the 4 chord. So great little position to use. Especially knowing to go to that 7th. It just feels like it's pulling us now to the 4 chord. A lot of people get frustrated with, wow, what do I do when the 4 chord is coming or is getting there or something? That's a common chord progression that tells us, our ear or signals, that the 4 chord is coming. And if you notice that flat 7th note, move it back to where we slid from, major 3rd of the 4 chord, which is our A chord. Sounds like it's moving to that next chord. Okay, so that is lick number 1. All right, lick 2 sounds like this. Okay, lick 2 is one of those classic Angus Young type moves. We're coming in right before the A chord is coming in. So we just slid to that 7th fret of the G string. And then we're going right to this move here, the Chuck Berry type thing. Bending 14th for the G string. Barring your 1st finger, the 12th fret of the B string, the high E string, striking those one after another. B, high E, B. Now, right when that A chord strikes, we're going to bend that 15th fret up to the E sound on the B string. Now pull it down, release it, and bend it up again and add vibrato. That's a classic Angus Young move. Then you got to add heavy vibrato. So I'm using a lot of wrist, back and forth. Down, up, down, up, down, up. It's just below pitch, to pitch, below pitch, to pitch. I believe that's how you can get the Angus Young vibrato. Just practicing it like that. Low pitch, to pitch, low pitch, to pitch. And it's all in the wrist vibrato. It's not like a Clapton thing. Your wrist has got to be going back and forth like that. It also does it really fast. So he has like that bee sting kind of vibrato. And then just straight down the minor pentatonic scale, he does it so well. We're going straight down at just 12, 15, 12, 14, and then bending that 12th fret slightly on the G string. And another quick vibrato on that root note D string, 14th fret here. Just a quintessential Angus Young move. You just have to get good at the vibrato. And if you can't get that run down, make an exercise out of it. Do it every day. You don't have to do it that fast. You can do it in every key. Then add the vibrato to it. I'll do it slower. A quick little tip, I don't know if he does it or not, but it helps me to sound more like it if I only vibrato using my 2nd and 3rd fingers. Anyway, it's a great little exercise and lick to learn. Spice up your blues rock playing. Got a lot of attitude. Okay, so that is lick 2. Okay, lick 3 sounds like this. Okay, so that is lick 3. It's got a pretty fast lick, so it'll challenge your chops. So doing some of these sporadic kind of minor pentatonic licks. I find Angus Young likes to just, riff down the minor pentatonic scale kind of aimlessly a lot like that. It sounds really cool. Kind of similar to Jimmy Page. He would do stuff like that as well. Just starting out right on the first beat of the bar, bending 15th fret, holding it for 3 counts, and then we're just going to do this back and forth thing between. You just release the bend slightly, so we're bent up to not quite the major third here, the 16th fret, but a little bit above it. It's just kind of an ear thing. It has a lot of tension in it, so we're just going to do that. Let's see, bend it up, 1, 2, 3, and then we're just going to do that. So 5 times that little phrase, back and then up, back, up. Do that 5 times. Now the next bar comes around, we hit 15th fret twice on the high E string, pull off, 15 on the B, 12, pull off 15 to 12 on the B, and then 14 on the G, 15 on the B string, back to 14 on the G, 12 on the B. Now this bend, release, pull off thing on the G string, 14 on the D, 12 on the G, bend 14 on the G string, bar your first finger on the 12th fret B, high E. That same bend, release, pull off, 14 on the D, now 12 on the G string, pull off 14 to 12 on the D, 14 on the A, back to 12, 14, slide back to 12, release to 10, 12 on the low E, now back up, 10, hammer on to 12, slide to 14, 12 on the D, back to 14 on the A, hammer on 12 to 14, then 12, 14, 12, 14. Slowly, the lick sounds like this. Pretty cool little moves right there to me. And even if you don't want to learn the whole lick, it's got a lot of quintessential rock and blues licks that I think are, some of those must-know stuff. You have to be able to do this. That's just, you hear all kind of blues guys doing that, blues rock stuff. I'm just repeating those over and over again. The Chuck Berry move. Now that bend, pull down, release is a classic move as well. Now just walk down. That thing right there is classic as well. You hear Jimmy Page, a lot of rock blues guys doing that kind of a lick right there. So you just want to break it down slowly and take pieces of it that you like. Got a lot of attitude in that. Okay, that is lick 3. Okay, well that does it for this lesson. Like I mentioned previously, if you would like access to the full version, the interactive tab, the backing track, check out the All Access Pass. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.